Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi, and today I have a really quick video for you that shows two different ways that you can approach forward bends, specifically a seated forward bend. Now, I think in the past, we've been taught that there's really only one way to do forward bends, and you have to do it in this very specific way. But I think it's really important to acknowledge that depending on what you are coming into your practice with, depending on how your body is feeling, what your tendencies are, how much warm-up you've done, just what your overall objective in your forward bend is, will determine how you approach it. And so in this video, I show you two different ways that you can approach your forward bends, your seated forward bends, so that you are doing it in a way that feels best for you on that particular day. Now, before we get into the actual practice, I want to be really clear that it is a very quick sort of tutorial. It's not a full class, so I don't really warm you up for this seated forward bend. And seated forward bends tend to ask a lot more of your body than most poses because your pelvis is fixed on the floor. So if you want to feel a little bit more prepared and a little bit less stiff in this particular tutorial, if you want to do it with me instead of just watching, then I recommend maybe doing a few downward facing dogs, maybe doing some cat-cow, maybe even doing just, some quick hamstring stretching to help warm up your body. If you don't mind feeling a little bit stiff in the pose, then you should be just fine, but just a little bit of a heads up before we get in so that you're not thrown into it going, I'm not ready for this. So anyway, now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, if you want to take that quick warm up, go ahead and pause this video right now and then restart it when you're ready. Otherwise, let's go. Come to sit. Now you can take that blanket if you were using it, put it underneath your hips. Okay, if you like. It's a blanket under your hips. Ooh. Extend your left leg straight out. So we're going to do a little twist first. Just a little bit of a twist. The left leg straight out, right knee is bent. Grab a hold of your shin and use your hands. You can interlace them like I am. You're pulling your shin towards you and your chest towards your shin. So you're lifting up really long and tall through your spine. Okay, now keep your left hand on your shin. Bring your right fingertips behind you. You can have your fingertips on the floor or even reach your arms straight back. Fingertips on the floor is going to be more grounding, more quieting. Arm back is going to be more active for your shoulders and your core in particular. So it's really up to you. And then come on back to center. Extend your right leg straight out. Reach your fingertips towards your toes. So you're reaching. And then pull back. So it's a bit like a deadlift. Pull back towards your body. Okay, reach your fingertips towards your toes, the outsides of your toes. As much as you can, hinging through your hips with your pelvis fixed on the floor. And then back up. So you might not get very far. You might get here, like halfway. You might be able to reach past your toes. That has a lot to do with the mobility of your pelvis and your hamstrings. And back up. Just do one more of those. Reach. Reach, 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 reach. And back up. And then bend your left knee. Clasp your hands in front of your left shin. Pull it towards your body. As you pull your shin towards your body, lift your chest up. Okay, and then keep your right hand on your shin or wrap it around your calf muscle, left fingertips behind you. Okay, and again, you could extend your left arm straight back if that feels good. Otherwise, fingertips stay on the ground. So full breath in here. Full breath out. And then come on back to center, extend your left leg straight out. Press down through your heels, and instead of doing those reach and pull back, start to walk forward into your forward bend. Just slow and steady. And you want to get to a point where your fingertips are on the ground, and you can push back a little bit. Press into your fingertips and round a bit into the back of your body. And then pull on the floor. Pull your fingertips on the floor and see if you can lengthen your chest forward. Now that is going to put a lot more of the action in your hamstrings here, especially if you're pressing your heels down. If you want it more in your spine and less in your hamstrings, you can round again and stay there. Okay, that would be for people who do not feel discomfort in their low backs in forward bends. So if you do not feel discomfort in your low back in a forward bend and you want your hamstrings to take less of this, round a little bit. Tuck your chin towards your chest. And otherwise, if you want to be more upright and you want your hamstrings to work a bit more, dig through your heels and pull your chest forward. 2 different ways to work this forward bend. And then walk yourself back up. And from here, you can ease into your restorative. Thanks for tuning in to my really brief tutorial on how to forward bend 2 different ways. Really approaching this forward bend, this seated forward bend, from the perspective of how do I want to feel and what do I want out of it while I'm doing it. So as I said, this is just a little section of it with no warm-up because this is taken from one of the classes that I recorded for my online studio, Move with Naomi. So if you do want to do more forward bending, if you want to do this entire class and so many others, forward bends, back bends, twists, pretty much anything that you can think of, you will find that in the archives of my online studio, Move with Naomi. I also do live classes 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and once a month, a longer class on Saturdays live. So if you're into live classes, I do both live and pre-recorded on demand so that you can get moving really whenever you want and whenever you need it. So if you're interested in joining me on the mat and move, you can check out the description, and there is not only a link to join, but there is a coupon code to join for 50% off your first month. So if that sounds like your kind of party, I would love to see you on the mat there. Either way, I'm really happy that you're here with me today. Thank you for being here and finding me on YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you back in the mat again really soon. Until then, bye everyone.